Welcome, dear soul, to Lyrīon Atelier's Cosmic Love Wisdom. I'm here to guide you through the profound mysteries of love as written in the stars. Tonight, we explore a truth that has consoled and confused hearts for millennia: why love moves in cycles, why relationships ebb and flow like the tides, why passion ignites, dims, and sometimes reignites, why the universe seems to bring certain souls into our orbit again and again. If you've ever wondered why love feels different in different seasons of your life, why connections that once felt effortless suddenly require work, or why someone from your past resurfaces at the most unexpected moment, you're not alone. And you're not imagining it. The cosmos has been orchestrating these cycles since the dawn of time, and understanding them changes everything. Let's begin. Love, as we experience it here on Earth, is not random. It's not chaos. It is, in fact, one of the most precisely orchestrated forces in the universe. Every planet in our solar system moves in cycles. The moon waxes and wanes every 28 days. Venus, the planet of love and desire, completes her orbit around the sun every 225 days. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and growth, takes 12 years. Saturn, the teacher of commitment and endurance, takes 29 years. And we, as beings born under these celestial influences, are not separate from these rhythms. We are these rhythms. When you were born, the planets were positioned in a specific configuration. That cosmic snapshot, your birth chart, became the blueprint for how you experience love, connection, intimacy, and loss. But the planets didn't stop moving the day you were born. They continue their eternal dance, and as they move, they form new angles to the positions they held at your birth. These are called transits. And transits are why your love life feels different at 25 than it did at 18, why it shifts again at 30, and why, around age 29 to 30, so many people experience what astrologers call the Saturn return, a complete restructuring of what love means to you. This is not punishment. It's not bad luck. It's design. Love moves in cycles because you move in cycles. Your soul is on a journey of evolution, and every relationship, every connection, every heartbreak, every reunion is a chapter in that journey. The ancient mystics understood this. They didn't ask, "Why did this happen to me?" They asked, "What is this teaching me? What cycle am I in? What is the cosmos inviting me to learn?" And when you begin to see your love life through this lens, something profound happens. You stop feeling like a victim of circumstance. You start to see yourself as a participant in a much larger, much more beautiful cosmic story. One of the most powerful cycles in love is the 7-year cycle, ruled by the planet Uranus and its challenging aspects. You've probably heard people say, the 7-year itch. Most assume it's just a cultural phrase about boredom and marriage, but it's actually rooted in astrology. Approximately every 7 years, Uranus, the planet of change, rebellion, awakening, and freedom, forms a significant aspect to where it was when you were born. And Uranus doesn't ask politely. It disrupts. It awakens. It says, "Are you still choosing this, or are you staying out of fear?" This is why so many relationships face crisis points around year 7, year 14, year 21, not because the love wasn't real, but because the universe is asking both partners, have you evolved? Are you still aligned? Or have you grown in different directions? Some relationships survive these transits and emerge deeper, more authentic, more alive. Others end, not in failure, but in completion. The cycle has run its course, the lesson has been learned, and both souls are released to their next chapter. Neither outcome is wrong. What matters is that you honor the cycle instead of resisting it. Because resistance, trying to force a relationship to stay the same when the cosmos is asking it to evolve, creates suffering. I've worked with countless clients who came to me devastated by a breakup that happened around a 7-year mark. And when we looked at their chart, we could see it clearly. Uranus was transiting a critical point. The relationship wasn't meant to last forever in its current form. It was meant to catalyze growth. And once they understood that, the grief transformed. It wasn't abandonment, it was divine timing. If you've experienced this, if you've watched a relationship dissolve around a 7-year mark and felt like you failed, I want you to hear this. You didn't fail. You completed a cycle, and that is sacred. At Lyrīon Atelier, we offer personalized oracle readings that can show you exactly where you are in your love cycles right now. Not to predict the future, but to help. Help you understand the present. To give you the cosmic map so you can navigate with wisdom instead of fear. Another profound cycle is Venus Retrograde, which occurs approximately every 18 months and lasts about 40 days. Venus is the planet of love, beauty, values, and desire. When she goes retrograde, she appears to move backward in the sky. And during these periods, love doesn't move forward in the way we expect. It moves inward. It revisits, it reviews. This is when ex-lovers reappear, when old feelings resurface, when you question whether you made the right choice, when you're suddenly attracted to someone or something you thought you were over. Many people panic during Venus retrograde. They think, "Why am I thinking about them again? I thought I healed from this." But Venus retrograde isn't a step backward. It's a spiral. You're revisiting the past from a higher vantage point with more wisdom, more clarity. The universe is asking, what did you not finish learning? What pattern are you still carrying? What wound is ready to finally heal? Sometimes Venus retrograde brings reconciliation. A person from your past returns, and this time the timing is right. The growth has happened. The cycle completes beautifully. Other times, Venus retrograde brings closure. You see the person or situation clearly for the first time. You realize why it didn't work, and you're finally truly ready to release it. Both outcomes are gifts. The key is to not make permanent decisions during Venus retrograde. Don't propose. Don't break up impulsively. Don't start a new relationship expecting it to be the one. Venus retrograde is for reflection, not action. When Venus goes direct again, clarity returns. And then you move forward with certainty. I often recommend that clients get a compatibility reading during or just after Venus retrograde, especially if someone from the past has resurfaced. Our oracle compatibility cards can reveal whether this is a genuine cosmic reunion or simply an old pattern asking to be released. Sometimes what feels like fate is actually a test. Are you still choosing from fear? Or have you learned to choose from love? One of the most powerful and least talked about love cycles is the Nodal Return, which happens approximately every 18.6 years. The lunar nodes are not planets. They are points where the moon's orbit crosses the ecliptic. In astrology, they represent your soul's path. The south node shows what you're releasing, and the north node shows what you're becoming. When the transiting nodes return to the same position they occupied at your birth, you experience a nodal return. This happens around ages 18 to 19, 37 to 38, 56 to 57, and so on. And during these periods, fated relationships appear. I'm talking about the kind of connection that feels like recognition, like you've known this person before, like the universe conspired to bring you together. These are the relationships that change the trajectory of your life. Not all of them last forever. In fact, many don't. but they all serve a purpose, to redirect you toward your soul's path. If you've ever experienced a relationship that felt cosmic, like it was beyond your control, like you were pulled together by an invisible force, check the timing. Chances are one or both of you were near a nodal return or nodal opposition. These relationships are not here to be comfortable. They're here to wake you up. And when they end, if they end, it's not because the love wasn't real. It's because the awakening is complete. The soul contract has been fulfilled. This is why some people come into your life for a reason, some for a season, and some for a lifetime. The nodes reveal which is which. At Lyrīon Atelier, our year-ahead readings include nodal transit analysis. We can show you when these fated connection windows are opening in your chart, so you can recognize them when they arrive and honor them for what they are. Love moves in cycles because the universe itself moves in cycles. Day and night, seasons, birth and death and rebirth. Your heart is not broken when a relationship ends. It is completing a sacred rotation. Your soul is not lost when love transforms. It is evolving as it was always meant to. The pain you feel during transitions is not evidence that you chose wrong. It's evidence that you love deeply, and deep love always, always leaves a mark. But here is what I want you to remember. You are not at the mercy of these cycles. You are a conscious participant in them. When you understand the cosmic rhythms at play in your love life, you stop fighting the current. You stop wondering, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what is this cycle teaching me? How am I being invited to grow? That shift from victim to student to co-creator is where true freedom lives. Next week, we'll explore Episode 2. Compatibility is timing, not effort. We'll dismantle the myth that the right person requires no work and reveal what the stars actually say about cosmic compatibility. Until then, may you honor the cycle you're in. May you trust the timing of your heart, and may you know deep in your bones that the universe has never once brought you a lesson you weren't ready for. If you'd like personalized insight into your current love cycle, visit LyrionAtelier.com. Our oracle readings are crafted with deep astrological wisdom and delivered with care. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next week under the stars.